All right, last post of the social media roundup. This is our boy Malik G responding to from Orlando Magic Daily at Philip PRR at OMD. I agree with my dude Philip that there is a logjam at guard, but I'd switch his depth chart since Anthony Black as a playmaking backup 3 who can hold his own defensively is more ready to be a contributing two-way player than Jet Howard to start things off. So I guess Philip had maybe Jet Howard a little bit more, but this is Malik's breakdown here. He has Fultz as his starting point guard with Cole backing him up. Suggs as a starting 2 guard with Gary Harris and then Jet Howard. Franz at the starting 3, then Anthony Black there backing him up, followed by Caleb Houston. Paulo Banchero as the 4 with J.I., Bull, and Okeke. And then at the 5, we have Wendell Carter Jr. and Goga Bitadze. Wow, no Moritz Wagner on here. That is disrespectful, Malik.
It is very disrespectful to not have Moritz in the mix. I mean,
he's a free agent, though, I think.
Malik's a nice guy, but almost every time I see him post, I disagree with it in some way, shape, or form,
good.
Which is amazing because we're also Broncos fans. But his takes are bad a lot, and honestly, leaving Moritz off this is really disrespectful. Although a lot of people who were making these infuriated me more by not including Goga. They'd be like, "Oh, we just got to go pick up a free agent. We need a backup center," and I'm just like, "What? He's right there. Like it.
Yeah.
Pay attention. Like we have a Goga. Like, did he not play well enough for you in the backup role last year? Because he did for me. Yeah. And I mean, I feel like it's affordable, and he's still part of that contract. I don't know. You'll be able to figure out the contract stuff a little bit better when you get back from Vegas. But it seems like it's somebody who's still under our wing, right? So like, why wouldn't we have him back to just do what he's been doing? We didn't draft anybody to do that. We could have. Derek Lively was sitting over right there, but you decided, no, we're good. So that must mean to me they like what Goga brings, and they're comfortable with Carter at the 5. So that's the lineup. And I don't worry that much about the 1, 2, 3, who's where and all that stuff, because after they do the preseason and the first couple of weeks, they'll know where everyone's going to fit. That's what Coach Mosley will do. He'll find that spot for where everybody needs to be. And I don't think he looks at the lineup as necessarily a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, the traditional style. So I don't think it matters that he thinks that Howard is behind Gary Harris at the 2. Today, yeah, maybe. But like 2 weeks into the season, that could very easily be different. So there's no real point in speculating over what you think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is, because that's as tired a task as figuring out who we're going to draft, as far as I'm concerned. But I get that this is an exercise that people are doing, and that's totally fine here. This might be one of the takes I agree with Malik most on that he's ever posted. So there is some it's still weird to see J.I. in our mix when no one puts Moritz in, or a lot of times people have been missing Goga in these, and it's like, how about putting guys in who've actually played? So
I think the exercise, I mean, Moritz isn't here because Moritz is an unrestricted free agent. So Moritz, there's no guarantee that he's going to be here. So it was a little bit tongue-in-cheek that I was messing with Malik here, why we don't have Moritz here. I think obviously we've got the best shot of bringing him back with his brother Franz here, and we've given him a shot when others kind of counted him out. So I'm hoping we have him back and add him into this depth chart. I mean, for me, he's ahead of J.I. and Bull in that backup 4/5, a backup big role. And I completely agree. Goga Bitadze, we have a $2 million player option. Essentially, he's on a 2-year, $4 million, $2 million per year. So it's a club option. And that, I think, is June 30th. So it's June 25th right now at the time of the recording. I'll probably go live the 26th, this show, when you can listen first. So in 3 or 4 days, depending on when you're listening, that's going to be a key mark. That's when Cole Anthony we can extend him. He's extension eligible. Markel Fultz will be extension eligible. We got to pick up the options of guys like Bull and Goga Bitadze. So that is a really important date. Gary Harris. So before June 30th, we've got to pick up those options. If I'm right. If not, correct me in the comments. But I don't know if you saw the last post. I am going to a sports business classroom. So, and I'm already pretentious. You can't even fucking deal with me yet. I'm already pretentious.
Now I hope you're wrong.
I know, right? Yeah, shred me in the comments. I know you will. So, I want to take this post as the idea of the logjam, because Logjam seems a little bit crazy to me. I think Weltman said in interviews, we draft guys and have to make sure that they have a pathway to success. I don't know. I don't know if you really did that, Weltman. I guess you did it as best you could anywhere else on this roster because we've got a lot of talent. But I love Markelle Fultz. Can Anthony Black be a starting point guard in the NBA? Maybe. I damn know well Markelle Fultz can be. So
you wouldn't think so by looking at his numbers. 12.8 points, 5 rebounds, just under 4 assists a game. Doesn't strike me as someone who should be drafted 6 overall. But obviously
he's only been playing basketball for 6 months, Pich, okay? He's only just started playing basketball 4 days ago, okay? He just walked on at Arizona in the tournament, all right? The tournament, that was his second game, okay?
It's believable. It looks like he just hit puberty.
But the whole idea of the logjam, it's like you need 4 guards. You need like 4 or 5 guards on a team in a guard rotation, and that's now what we have. We've got Fultz, Cole, Suggs, Anthony Black. That's 4, right? And then Jet Howard and Caleb Houston, they maybe be 5. But to be fair, like I like what Malik is talking about in terms of Anthony Black. He's 6'7", 6'8". He can guard 3-point. He can guard forwards. He can guard wings. He is very aggressive on defense. You see him fighting over screens. I think that's what our front office fell in love with. I think that's what Jamal Mosley is going to fall in love with, and why he's going to, as Malik is saying, be ready day one because his defense will keep him on the floor. That's what they say a lot of times, right? Defense gets you on the floor in the NBA as a young man, and then you can develop the offensive side to go with it. So let's bring back Goga. I'm down to bring back Goga. I don't see anything else out there. You were pissed we didn't take Derek Lively. I get it. But I get this was like a guard-heavy draft. Like the guards, I think, were just more talented than the bigs. At least that's what our front office thought. So they went with the higher talent area of need. So I don't know. I don't think there's a logjam right now. I think we've got a bunch of talented guards, and I still think there's opportunity for people to prove themselves. So we'll see what happens. Definitely going to be a competitive year this year, though. No more free meals.
And the free meals will be pudding, and there's proof in that pudding.